Our next panel member is Don Worthington. Don is the immediate past chair of the Sarasota Opera. The Sarasota Opera is a 56-year-old nonprofit. It has an $8 million budget, a staff of 30 people, and 24 board members. Don is a retired engineer and an entrepreneur. He's the founder and owner of Worthington Air Products. He's a fifth-generation Floridian. And you think someone who is the chair of the Sarasota Opera would be a Sarasotan. No, Don is a fifth-generation Tampa resident or family member and lives in Palm Harbor. So, Don, welcome.
Thank you, Jeff. In order to tell you how I became involved in the nonprofit world, I think I have to tell you a little bit first about the basic interest that I have in the opera, in the organization that I've been associated with. I have to say that I came rather late in life to understand that art and music somehow transcend the spoken word and actually provide nourishment for the human spirit, which I think is every bit as important as providing nourishment for the human body. I found in the mid-90s that my wife was dragging me kicking and screaming to Sarasota Opera to enjoy something that I had no experience with and frankly no desire to enjoy. But I was a quick convert and soon found myself sitting on the front row, being transported to planes and dimensions that I had not known had existed. I continued to enjoy the performances and the art and the music, and we eventually became contributors and became involved in the social programs that attend this kind of a nonprofit organization. Eventually was asked to serve on the board of directors, or at least what we call the board of trustees. I was very reluctant to do that because I was afraid that seeing how the sausage was made would decrease my enjoyment of the performances. I did accept the position and found that the very opposite was the truth. I found that seeing the enormous amount of dedication, hard work, talent, time that was being put into the performances and to the entire opera program was so impressive, and it just blew me away to the point that it very much increased my enjoyment of the performance. I had served several years and was asked to be the board secretary, and in the midst of being the board secretary, our board chair resigned after 1 year of a 2-year term, and the governance committee asked me to serve a 2-year term as board chair. This was a complete surprise to me. I had never imagined doing anything like that, and I had hesitation at trying. I felt that I was unprepared for that job. The story about Satchel Paige saying that if he'd known he was going to live so long, he would have taken better care of himself came to me, because if I had known I was going to do that job, I would have made an effort to prepare myself more. I took over in the midst of some rather controversial issues and the predictable financial crisis that we all face very often, I'm afraid, in the nonprofit world. In retrospect, I'm glad that I did it. It was the most wonderful experience that I have had in this part of my life, and I endorse this kind of service to all of you and believe that we are making great progress in the nonprofit world. Thank you.